make me criminal. I'm not a criminal. I swear I'm not a criminal. I'm not a criminal. Speaking out don't make me no. This is the message to the world government, expressing what's exactly on the Ugandans' minds. I say we are fighting for freedom. Freedom to be safe. We are fighting for freedom. We are fighting for freedom. Free all the political prisoners. We are fighting for freedom. Listen my argument. We are living in a time similar to the one of slave trade. The operation is just like apartheid. The gun is the master and the citizens slave. The whole of Africa is bleeding. Question, what was the purpose of the liberation? If we can't have a peaceful transition, what is the purpose of the constitution? When the government disrespect the constitution, where is my freedom of expression? When they jail me because of my expression, see what they're doing to our nation. What are you teaching the future generation? See the leaders become misleaders, and see the mentors become tormentors. Freedom fighters become dictators. They look at the youth and say we are the traitors. We are fighting for freedom. They're in Tiger, we are fighting for freedom. Free to be young, free everyone. We are fighting for freedom. Mana Uganda wali kumawanga. We are fighting for freedom. Article. Yeah. Well, if you feel like giving up, remember why you started. Freedom fighters, I can see your personalities in your eyes. Everything shows you want to give up, and I can feel your sick, your pain, your stress, and your frustration. You got to, you got to rise up. Think about tomorrow. Think beyond your fears. There are days when the skies no blue, and they bring in the sign of doom. Trust in God and believe in Him. Trust in God, believe in Him. Anyway, one day everything is gonna be fine. Sing with me. Everything's gonna be fine. One day everything will be alright. I say everything is gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. Someday everything will. Listen to this one. I say we shall overcome every situation. It seems impossible until it's done. Better days will come and the sun will rise. No matter how tough the night has been, nobody will have a right to kill another man. Poverty and misery will be in the past. Hospitals will have medication. Every ghetto youth will have a chance to go school. No more shedding of blood on the streets. No more human rights violations. No more hunger, no more war. Everybody will have the opportunity. One day everything is gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. Someday everything will be alright. I say everything is gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. One day now ladies and gentlemen, if you believe that one day everything's gonna be fine, let me see us together like woo! One day everything. Now listen to my heart. So remember your pain is not in vain. That is why I give that the opportunity. When there's no pain, there is no gain. Never give in to the negativity. One day we shall look back and smile, and we shall have a story to tell. Endurance, perseverance, the harder the squeeze, the sweeter the juice. When there's no pain, there is no gain. Victory never come easy. Remember in life there are ups and downs. Never give in to the dictatorship. No. One day everything is gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. Someday everything will be alright. One day everything is gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. Someday everything will be alright. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate it. Hopefully having a wonderful night.
My name is Bobby Wine. I come from Uganda, the most beautiful country in the world. They call it the Pearl of Africa. That is where the Great River Nile starts from. A country of 50 million people, the youngest country in the world. I'm so proud to belong to Uganda. Wonderful country, but miserable because it's under the subjugation of General Yoweri Museveni since 1986. 40 years of misery, 40 years of corruption, 40 years of gun rule, but we still dare to dream for a better day. I'm honored to be here, ladies and gentlemen. And while I'm here in a beautiful hall, while I'm here sharing smiles as we speak right now, more abductions are going on, more killings are going on. On the 15th of January, we had an election. I was running for president and I believe that I won. But since that day, I managed to escape. But again, we celebrate. While I'm here, I'm representing the people of Uganda. I'm not here as an exilee, no. I'm here as a spokesperson for a country called Uganda. A country of people that refuse to give up, that dream against dreaming, that hope against hope. While I'm here, I know that we have people that are suffering, but most importantly, allow me to use this opportunity to speak about the women of Uganda. While so many people are bearing the pain, but the women of Uganda in a very special way are standing in the gap. No class, no level is safe. From the woman that sells in the market right to the new First Lady of Uganda, my own wife, who was raided on the 23rd of January, beaten up by more than 70 soldiers that broke into my house, stripped my wife naked as they filmed. And General Muhoozi Kainerugaba, who is the Chief of Defense Forces and son of General Museveni, who is the President of Uganda, tweets naked pictures of our comrades, tweets subjugated pictures of my wife with pride, celebrating that he's winning. But not just my wife, the strong women that go up to paying the ultimate price. Women like my sister, Edith Katende, the wife of the spokesperson of our party, Alex Wamafumbiro, who died a few days ago when the husband was even denied the chance to nurse her and even denied opportunity to lay her to rest. Women like Irene Nachihuka, who was so much of my fan that she had a tattoo of my name on her leg. That was reason enough to kill her, and she was buried. Women like Monica Chibalama, the wife of John Bosco Chibalama, my friend who was abducted and kept missing for 7 years. The wife demanded for him, refused to give up, until one day she was also found suspiciously dead in her house. Women like Fauzia Natabi, who we fondly call Mama Cheyune, the wife of my personal political assistant, whose house was raided and she was picked up by the military in full view of cameras, all that is recorded. She's kept in military detention for 37 days, even against the court order. Women like Agatha Nazua, who we fondly call Blue Tick, she was abducted and she's still missing. All mothers, daughters, wives and spouses of the political prisoners. Female political prisoners like Olivia Lutaya, who has spent years in prison for simply wearing a t-shirt that has my picture on it. Women like Sauda Madada, women like Doreen Kaija and many others, we hold them in high regard. But most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, we look at the solution and not at the problem. Now that we know the problem, now that it's clear that Uganda is under dictatorship like many other countries, And now that I have the opportunity to speak for those millions of people, to the modern world, to the United States of America, who we know is the world's biggest democracy, we request you not to continue supporting dictators in Africa, not to continue choosing diplomacy over democracy, not to continue choosing business over human rights, because the dictators in Africa and particularly in Uganda rob our countries, plunder our countries, and they invest and come here and enjoy those monies. These are dictators that abuse democracies, but they enjoy and benefit out of them. We request you to use the tools that you have to sanction those gross human rights violators, the abusers of democracy and the rule of law. Don't allow them enjoy the money they steal from our countries. Our countries' hospitals are run down and the schools are run down, and they're comfortable about it because they seek medical, they seek treatment in the developed world. Their children are studying here. But if you slap sanctions on them, then they will think twice when they are carrying out mass killings. We ask you to evoke the Magnitsky laws that you have. Those are tools that are not only helpful to you, but they can be helpful to us. Finally, on behalf of the people in Uganda, I know that every time we come and make our case here in the Western world, particularly in America, they accuse us of being agents of the West, of being agents of neocolonialism. But I say to you that we are not asking you to come and help us. We are only asking you to stop sponsoring our oppression. I believe that's
All I can say is that on behalf of the Renew Democracy Initiative, we are truly honored to be able to recognize Bobby Wine here today. Thank you, Bobby.
I want to dedicate it to all the political prisoners and prisoners of conscience. Dr. Kizza-Besigye, my Deputy President, Honorable Mwanga Chifumbi, the women in prison, those that are in detention, those that are missing, and those that have been killed. Your pain will never go in vain. We can only honor you by not giving up and by standing for the cause that you are paying a big price for. One day everything.
That was incredible.
I will never, ever, ever experience after-dinner programming in a gala again. I just want to say this. Bobby, your story, standing up to dictatorship, living in exile, fighting against rigged elections, it reminds us that fighting for freedom and fighting for democracy, this is not an abstract concept. You've lived it, and you are living it. But your music and the way this entire room sort of stood up together and enjoyed your creation, your created music together, reminds us that it's the shared humanity that is why we fight for freedom. So thank you for sharing your music.
It's that joy, that defiance that reminds us why we're here, that Bobby Wine is fighting for that freedom that you all are here to support. And it's why it is important to step up and support RDI. We'll nudge you again to do what you can.
No, that's my job.
Oh, sorry.
So, voila. The beloved QR code is still available to you if you haven't had a chance, if you have not been moved yet by that dance and by Bobby Wine's inspiring story. You can still use the QR code or the quills and the paper and the silent auction and all the things we will continue to remind you of. If you haven't been moved yet, I suspect that you were probably moved by the last act. Please contribute and support our event.
And now we have our next and last honoree of the evening. Let's roll the video.
Freeland is barred from Russia because in their eyes, she's seen as an irritant